Live with Coach Gwen, and today we're going to be talking about something that I think a lot of us are going through, and that is self-sabotage, self-abandonment, and self-avoidance. So let me get into that a little bit with you guys, and let me pin this comment first. Let me see, because I want everybody to know what I'm talking about today. And hello to those who have just joined me. I am so glad to have you here. I don't know who's here, but welcome to the Live with Coach Gwendolyn. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to paste, put a comment in here. Do that. I'm messing that up. Anyway, I'll wait till someone else says hello and then I'll try and put a comment in there. I've never pinned a comment before, so today will be my first time doing something new, stepping outside the box. And we are talking about self-sabotage, self-abandonment, and avoidance. And so for sure, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to do this today because I don't want to be one of them people who's avoiding things or, that self-sabotaging or self-abandonment. I don't want to be that person today, even though in the past I have been. So we're going to talk about that. And if you're here with me today, go ahead and say hello. Let me see who's on live with me. I can't wait to see who this. I see a couple of you guys have joined me. So just say hello and let me see who's all here today. I can't wait to see who's here with me today. And don't forget to send those hearts and don't forget to hit that like. Don't forget to do all that. Show me love. And even if you do it, don't, I'm going to show you love because I do love you. So, welcome to this live. For y'all who don't know who I am, my name is Coach Gwen. I am a transformational coach or life coach, whichever one you prefer. I am the author. Let me show you my book right quick. I had it over here. Hold on, let me get it. Trying to knock everything over. Okay, I think I got it. Well, I do got it. No thing to it. So yeah, this is my book here, Get Beat to Get Better. For those of you who are not aware that I am the author of the book, self-help book, Get Beat to Get Better. It's a very good book here. It has a lot of personal stories and journeys that I've been through. So you can get this on Amazon. And then again, that's Get Beat to Get Better. It has a lot of information on how you can get over things or get through things or even inspire you or motivate yourself to take that next step in life. Sometimes we know how great we are, but there's certain things that hold us back. And like tonight, we're talking about the self-sabotage, the self-abandonment, and the avoidance. So if you're going through anything like that, this live here is going to help you today. And this book is going to help you with that as well, along with many other things. So get your copy today. A lot of y'all have already gotten yours on Amazon, and I do appreciate that. But not only do I appreciate it, I am glad because it is helping so many people. And that was the purpose of the book. So yeah, get yours today by Coach Gwen. So yes, I'm an inspirational speaker, award-winning inspirational speaker, author, life coach, as well as the host of the Win-Win with Gwen podcast. For many of you, YouTube right here, there's a podcast called Win-Win with Gwen. Please go check that podcast out. Get your book and get everything I have on here. I have music on this channel, very good music, some that'll make you go, oh my God, and some that'll help you to heal. So I show a lot of my different personalities, and if you haven't already seen my reels, my short videos, go check them out as well because I'm sure you're gonna love them. And not just love them, but I think you're gonna get a lot from them. So go check it out, and thank you for supporting me. You guys hit that like for me, and let's get started on this. What we're talking about today. Hey, Risa, okay, Ashley. I'm gonna call you Ashley. How are you? And thank you so much. I want to try and pin this comment, Ashley. I was waiting for someone to pin a comment. Let's see. And I still don't know how to pin a comment, but I'm going to learn. Oh, I just figured it out, guys. See, when you don't give up. Oh, let's see. It says, welcome to the chat. Uh, maybe I didn't pin it. Let's see. All right. I think I might have pinned a comment. I'm not sure. One day I'm going to learn how to do this good, guys. I'm learning so much already, but I'm going to get this together. So let's go ahead and get started. And by the way, where are you from? Let me know where you guys are from, and let me know if it's your first time here or not. And if it's not your first time, don't forget to say hello. Don't be shy. Say hello to me. So yeah, so let's talk about this self-sabotage. And a lot of times what self-sabotage looks like is that you want to start that business, you might want to lose weight, you might want to even get into a relationship, but for some reason you keep talking yourself out of it. Have you ever done that before? That's the self-sabotage that I'm talking about today, by the way. Thank you so much, Ashley. You're so sweet. And let's see here. And let's talk about that self abandonment because a lot of people don't understand what self abandonment is. You know, we hear it, but do we really understand? Because there was a while I didn't. Um, so let's see what that is. That's when you start. We're talking about the abandonment. You keep putting everybody else's needs ahead of your dreams, and you stop honoring what you said you wanted, and that's self-abandonment. And we're going to talk about why people do these things when it comes to the self-sabotage, when it comes to the self-abandonment, when it comes to the self-avoidance. We're going to talk about where they come from, how we can start dealing with those. So you're going to have to stick around, because if you think that you are having any of these particular things going on with you, then it is important that you do the work it takes to start correcting that, because you deserve to live your best life, your happiest life, your most healed life. You deserve to become the best version of yourself. And that's what Coach Gwendolyn wants for you. That's why I do all of this. So if you've never had a coach, you have one now, baby. I'm your personal coach, and I'm so elated to be here. Every freaking Sunday when I come on here, you guys just make me smile. Did you know you make me smile? Well, if you didn't, now you know. I love you. And I see you and I believe in you. And that's why I come here, because I know, like I know, like I know that you have what it takes to burst through those glass ceilings and become the person you dream of, to have those things that you desire in life. But you have to do the work. I say that every podcast, on my podcast, Win-Win with Gwen. I say that every time I go live. I always say you've got to do the work, because the only way to become who you want to be or what you want in your life, you have to do the work. And sometimes it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable because when we do something different, yes, it could be scary sometimes. Or we can have these things that I'm talking about that's stopping us, such as self-sabotage, self-abandonment, and self-avoidance. So let's keep going on. Let's talk about that avoidance. When you have avoidance, you tell yourself, I'll deal with it tomorrow. I'm just not ready yet. That's avoidance. Have you ever heard yourself say something like that? Now, those are the things that's possibly holding you back. And you know, I'm going to come on here every Sunday. We're going to talk about different things. So maybe today is not something that you can connect with. And maybe next week it'll be something you connect with. Now, I have plenty of lives that I've already done. Go check out those and see if there's something you can learn and gain from that, okay? Because that's all we want. You're from Florida? My brother's from Florida. I love Florida. Matter of fact, I just came back from Miami, I want to say about a month ago, and I had fun. I was with my family. We took a yacht. We had fun. We had it catered. Food was catered. We had drinks. We played cards. We listened to all kind of old music, new music, different genre of music, and we just had so much fun. If you go to some of my videos, you can see me on that yacht having fun. You got to scroll through them. I have on this red cover up, so that's the one with me on the yacht. Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you so much. Yeah, so go check out that those shorts on me of me in Miami, and I can't dance. I don't think I had a video where me while I was trying to dance. I might have attempted to dance some of those videos. I don't remember, but if you catch one, it's gonna be hilarious because I have no rhythm. So yeah, let's get back to this. So you might want to ask yourself, what if the problem isn't that you don't know what to do? What if you already know exactly what to do, and the real problem is that doing it would require you to become someone you've never been before? A lot of people are afraid of becoming the new version of themselves because they've never been there before. But let me tell you something about becoming that new version of yourself, baby. See, God doesn't put you anywhere until you're ready. Now, you may try to jump and push things faster than they're supposed to be and then get somewhere and things fall apart. But when you do it the way you're supposed to, with confidence, fearless, and faith, It's going to give you what you need when you need it and take you where you know where you need to go when the time comes, okay? I mean, second one, you're beautiful. I'm happy for you. Oh, thank you so much. I saw one of your lives before, just the second one I saw. Okay, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you for being here today. I am so happy that you're here today, and I hope to see you more often. Okay, so thank you so much. Let's see. Let's keep going here. I had something pop up on the bottom of my screen, so I was looking at it. You know, when we're doing these lives, all kind of stuff pops up, and I have to take a minute to read it. But yeah, so I want you to know today that I'm not asking you to beat yourself up tonight. I'm asking you to become honest with yourself. I just want you to listen to what I have to say. Don't say, hey, that's not me. Take the time out and listen, because you just might be surprised that you have some work to do. And there's nothing wrong with having work to do on yourself. You know, becoming your best version is something that's going to feel so good to you when it happens. And if you're already doing the work that it takes to make yourself a better person, you can't say that it doesn't feel good, because I know it does. Because every time I do the work for myself personally, it feels good. Every time I see myself break through glass ceilings, every time I see myself take one more step, every time I see myself having tenacity to not give up, even when giving up appears easier than continuing on, baby. Because I already know that once I get to the finish line, that it's going to become my new comfort zone, and a good comfort zone at that. Because you can choose to stay where you are, which is in an unpleasant, uncomfortable situation. You can let that be your comfort zone, or you can choose to do the work while it's going to be a little uncomfortable, and then get to where you want to be. Have what you want in life. Either way it goes, you're going to be uncomfortable staying there, or you're going to be uncomfortable doing the work, getting to where you want to, getting to your happiness, getting to your joy, getting to your purpose. You understand? Just do the work and trust me. The journey is going to have its ups and its downs. The yin and the yang. I always say there's two sides to everything. So don't think that when you decide to take that step, that everything you do is going to be painful. It's not. There's going to be some moments when you just smile, and especially the moments when you reach that destination. There ain't nothing like that, sweetheart. So I'm encouraging you to do the work, to keep going, to write the book, to open the business, to change positions at your job, to grow within that area of expertise that you're in, to lose the weight, to change the diet, to raise the children beautifully, to understand that you matter. And in order for you to do all those things, you've got to do the work. You've got to put you first, because you can't help nobody if your cup is empty. Fill your cup with everything good that you need in order to grow and to become the person that you dream of. And take your time. Be patient with that. And watch that circle, sweetheart. Make sure that you have the right people in your circle, because that circle can make or break you. Now let's keep going. Let's talk about that self-sabotage. Why would I do something that hurts the future I'm trying to build? That's a good question. Why would you? So we're going to get into that question as well. But we're going to start talking about some of the things that we do to self-sabotage ourselves. Now, you may do some of these things, and you may want to write down some of these things that you may say, hey, wait a minute, that's me. Hey, she's describing me exactly. How does she know that about me? Well, it's not that I know it about you. I just know what self-sabotage looks like. So let's see if you're doing that one. So one of the things is putting off opportunities. Are you putting off opportunities? Are opportunities just falling in front of you and you're walking away from them because of self-sabotage? Quitting when things start going well. Do you run away when things are going well? You're like, oh, everything is working out. I better pull back because I don't know how to handle this when it hits or when it happens. Creating unnecessary conflict. Do you start what we call crap? Do you start mess? Do you start arguments? Do you start things just so that you can stop something from continuing to grow in its greatness? Do you do that? Do you make up excuses? That's another one. When you self-sabotage yourself, you make up excuses, like maybe someone wants to throw you a beautiful party and you say, oh, I can't make it because I got something to do, when you know you didn't. They just wanted to celebrate you and make you feel happy. Are you self-sabotaging yourself that way? Are you overspending or overcommitting? Now, you didn't see that one coming, did you? Self sabotage could be overspending or overcommitting. Do you do those? And the next thing is choosing people who reinforce negative beliefs. Are you around people when things go wrong? They like for them to go wrong. They don't give you any good advice like keep your head up or tomorrow will be another day and a brighter day and or stay prayed up. Do they tell you things like that or do they go girl or dude? Yeah, I wouldn't do such and such and I wouldn't do that and there ain't nothing wrong with just staying mad. You ain't gotta forgive nobody. Are they saying things like that? Are they completely negative? Are they pushing you and egging you to do something negative instead of saying, hey, wait a minute now, take a breath, think before you act? Those are the kind of things you want to hear during that time, okay? You don't want people around you that are negative. And the last one I'm going to mention when it comes to self sabotage is talking yourself out of trying. Have you ever been trying to lose weight and you know you got one more mile, but you tell yourself, you go, I'm just going to give up. It doesn't matter. And there's nothing wrong with you. Your legs aren't cramping. You're really not that tired, but you just say, hey, I'm not going to do it. Or maybe you're halfway through registering for college and then all of a sudden you just stop. You talk yourself out of it. I'm not smart enough. I can't do this. This is going to take too long. There ain't no way I can do this. What was I thinking? That kind of sabotaging talk. So yeah, those are how you self-sabotage yourself by, putting off opportunities, quitting when things start going well, creating unnecessary conflict, making excuses, overspending or overcommitting, choosing people who reinforce negative beliefs, talking yourself out of trying. So yeah, we're talking about self-sabotage today. We are talking about self-abandonment and we're talking about avoidance because these are some things that are holding people back in so many areas of their life. You could be holding yourself back financially, spiritually too. Yeah, you sure can. Mentally, physically, with relationships, just all kinds of things you could be holding yourself back if you are having issues with self-sabotage, self-abandonment, and avoidance. So yeah, we're going over those issues and we're going to talk about why they happen and how you can recover from them things. That's the beautiful part about being here with Coach Gwendolyn. I just don't tell you stuff. I help you get through it, okay? Because what's the point of being here on live if I'm not going to help you get through it? So yeah, we're going to get through this together today. So pay attention to the signs and pay attention to see how they happen and how you can help yourself overcome these things. So here we go. Let's talk about the next one. And no, we're going to still be talking about self-sabotage because we're getting ready to talk about why it happens. Don't you want to know why you might be self-sabotaging yourself? Why are you doing that? Let's talk about that. You might know someone else that's doing it, so you might become wiser from this live. And if you become wiser during this live, then you go share this with someone else. You go, hey, I was listening to Coach Gwen today on live and she said X, Y, and Z, and I think that fits you. I think you fit the mold. And then you can tell them to come watch this live and get all this good information that I'm giving you. Let's see here. No, you know what? Ashley, you are so kind. And thank you for being here. I don't know who else is in the room, but thank you for joining me too. And say hello to me. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And you guys, I don't see any hearts flowing. Give me some hearts. Give me some love, guys. Let me get some love from you guys. Let's keep going. So, here, this is what happens when we talk about self sabotage, why it happens. Fear of change. Even good changes can feel scary and unsafe to your brain. Now, our brains automatically protect us, they protect us. And even when there's something that we need to do that's good, the brain can still sense that we need to be protected because it feels the fear we have, it feels the uncomfortable feelings that we have. Oh, thank you for those emojis, sweetheart. It feels all of that. When you're nervous, your brain goes, wait a minute. Even though you're nervous because you're getting ready to do something great, your brain starts to protect you. And then that protection becomes the self sabotage. So it is great to understand that that can happen because you probably never knew why you wanted to. Oh, thank you for those hearts, sweetheart. You may have never known why, when I want to do something good, my brain starts to shut off. My brain starts to talk to me and starts to tell me not to do it, but it's something good. It becomes something uncomfortable. And that's because your brain is going to automatically protect you because of the emotions that you're feeling. And the more you get used to not having those emotions, then the more you'll be able to do the things that are good for you, okay? But you got to be okay with the fact that it's happening now, and you got to learn how to pull back and sit in that and say, wait a minute, this protection that my brain is telling me, these words that my brain is pushing out to me, they're not good. And then you talk to yourself and you tell yourself the opposite. You tell yourself that you are safe, and you tell yourself that it's going to be okay. You tell yourself that it's growth, and you envision all the great things that are going to come into your life, because you are going to push past all of that uncomfortable feeling that you're having, the fear, the trembles, the shakes, all the stuff you do when you get nervous. You're going to ease your breathing, calm your breathing. You're going to learn how to deal with it, okay? So yeah, then another reason it happens is because low self-esteem. Do you have low self-esteem? Do you? Let me see in the comments. Do you have low self-esteem? You may know this and you may not know it. You know, some people know they have low self-esteem, but that can be repaired as well. So many things that you're going through that's holding you back in certain areas of your life, they can be repaired. That's the great thing about a coach like myself. That's the great thing about the fact that you can find all kinds of information online, books. There are ways to overcome that, sweetheart. And again, like I told you, my book, Get Beat to Get Better, is a really good resource to help you with all of the things I'm talking about right now, okay? So I don't know if you can see that book, but that's Get Beat to Get Better on Amazon now. I used to have blonde hair. You see that? Well, it was a wig. It wasn't blonde. I love wigs, by the way. Maybe one day I'll come on here with a blonde wig on a yoga place and be like, who is that? And I'm going to be like, that's me. Sassy me. So, yeah, that was me when I had my blonde wig on. Can y'all see that? Yeah, that was me. And I just love different hairstyles. I've even had a mohawk. I'm going to put up a picture if I can remember of me and my blonde mohawk. It was natural hair. It was so beautiful. It was big. And it was, oh my gosh, it was lovely. I think I can find that picture and I'll post it on one of my reels. So let's keep going. So yeah, low self-esteem. You might feel like you do not deserve good things. Do you feel like you don't deserve good things? Do you always go, well, someone else deserved them, but not me? And when good things happen, do you ever question that? Like, I don't deserve this. I don't know what to do with this. Honey, enjoy the good things in life because you do deserve them. I promise you, you deserve them. You really do. I love you. Guys, don't forget to hit that like, and I see those hearts. Thank you so much. You are so amazing, by the way. So let's talk about another reason why it happens. We're talking about, again, guys, self-sabotage right now. And we're also going to be talking about self-abandonment and self-avoidance. So hang around and see if you have any of these qualities so that you can fix them. Because today I'm giving away free advice on how to deal with any of these, because I want you to become the best version of yourself, because I love you. I love you, love you, love you so much. Let's keep going, guys. So we're down here, we're talking about what happens. Why does it happen? Protection from pain. Your brain tries to avoid failing by quitting before you even try. That's another reason why self-sabotage happens. And I just talked to you about the brain and what it does. So we're not going to go back over that. But again, yeah, your brain tries to help you. And you got to sometimes consciously be aware of what your brain is doing, because see, your brain has pre-stored information, but what's pre-stored doesn't mean it can't be restored, meaning you can put in new information. Your brain is like a computer. Things happen and it starts to protect you. It locks those things into your subconscious mind, and when the time comes, it starts to instantly protect you. But you have to be intentional. You have to be aware that this is happening, and today you know better, so you do better. So whenever your brain starts to tell you you're not good enough, whenever your brain starts to tell you let's not do this in a situation where something is going to be helpful for you, you breathe, you tell yourself, no, brain, look, we're reprogramming you today. I need to do this. I'm capable of doing this. I'm not afraid of doing this. I am going to do this thing, and say that over and over and over to yourself. Now, we call those affirmations. We went over that last week, but hey, what the heck? We can go over it again this week. Affirmations are short, specific, personal statements that you say to yourself as though they have already happened. Okay? And that's part of reprogramming that brain. So let's see here. And the common signs of self-sabotage are, you ready for this? Let me get me a little water. Ah, thank you for all of that. You are so sweet. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Thank you so much. I promise you, you make me so happy. I'm so happy today just being here with you guys. I had a beautiful day. I actually braid my granddaughter's hair. I have two granddaughters and I have a grandson. I have five grandchildren, as a matter of fact. But I braid two of my granddaughter's hair. Uh, they're 4 years old, and then my grandson, he's two, and they get their hair done by me every Sunday. That's like the highlight of their day. I made it into just amazing day. So they come through the door with their hair all washed and sticking up in the air with their froze. And the little 2-year-old boy, he doesn't have any hair on the side, but he just loves getting his hair done like his sisters. So they come in the door. They're so happy. I have all the snacks ready for them. They have oranges, apples, bananas, watermelon, grapes, kiwi. They have all sorts of fruit every Sunday. And then I'll have like homemade popcorn where we pop it in the pot, old school, and they watch it pop and they have so much fun. And I ain't gonna lie, I let them run all over the house sometimes. They jump on the sofa. And sometimes I teach them, I said, no, you can't do that. You're too big for that, and then they'll get down. But I've got to keep my foot down because I'm always talking about, putting down your boundaries. Well, my boundaries are a little weak when it comes to those grandkids. So, yeah, sometimes I let them jump on the couch when I shouldn't. But you should see their little cute faces. And like I say, every Sunday we do hair and they just run through that door. I've never seen kids who want their hair done so bad. But all of the love that they get when they walk through that door, all of the games we play, we walk up and down the road and we pick up sticks, we pick up rocks, we do so much together. It's like a whole adventure. So they're like, Nana, 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 Nana Woo Woo, because that's what they call me. They call me Nana Woo Woo. And as a matter of fact, I have a children's book on Amazon called Aunt Woo's Great Adventures. You got to check out that kid's book, that children's book, and read it to your children. Aunt Woo is so magical. She's just like the real Woo, which is me. That's what my nieces and nephews call me. They call me Aunt Woo or just Woo. And my grandkids call me Nana Woo. So you got to go check out that book. I forgot to tell you guys that I have a children's book out, and it's called Adventures of Aunt Woo. But go type in my name, Gwendolyn Shores, on Amazon, and you'll see the journals I have, the books I have for adults and children. And it's all inspirational. It's all to help you grow. So go and check it out. And don't forget my podcast because this week's podcast episode, I'm not going to even tell you what it's about. Go check it out. Let the curiosity send you that way. Right here on YouTube, Win-Win with Gwen. Let's get back started. So yeah, protection from pain. That's one of the things self-sabotage is. That's why it happens too, because you want to protect yourself. So some of the common signs are procrastination, waiting until the last minute, or putting off important things. Are you a procrastinator? Are you? If you're a procrastinator, more than likely there's a possibility that you could be self-sabotaging yourself. Thank you for those hearts. Oh, thank you guys so much. You guys are so amazing. I keep saying that. Let me keep going because I can just talk about you forever and ever and ever. And another common sign of the self-sabotage is is perfectionism. Do you want everything to be perfect before you can complete it? And most of the time, you just give up on it. Like, dang, I can't get this right. Baby, you ain't got to be perfect to get started, but you got to get started in order to become perfect. And you got to keep going in order to get it right. You can't give up, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with failing. Failing is part of learning, failing is part of growing. That's how a lot of us got our wisdom. That's how a lot of people discover some of the biggest things in medicine because they tried and they failed and they tried again. You can't give up, honey. If you're finding yourself giving up, stop self-sabotaging yourself because you don't deserve that. You do not deserve that. So yeah, um, pushing people away. That's another thing. That's a common sign. You starting fights to avoid deep feelings in relationships. Oh, I've heard that. And a lot of times people connect that to men. They say, oh, he been hurt before. You ever heard that when a man pushes someone away? They go, oh, he's been hurt before. Well, it's not just about a relationship that hurts a person. It causes them to self-sabotage or to push people away. It's a lot of other things that could have went on. It could have been something that happened in their childhood with their parents or their caregivers or even a best friend. Okay, so don't always assume that when a man pushes people away, that it's got to do with him being hurt by a woman. Baby, we all push people away when we self-sabotage for whatever reason. That's not a man thing, that's a people thing, honey. Remember that. And how do we stop this self-sabotage? Because how do we do that? To wrap up this part of self-sabotage, let's go with how do you take care of that? How do you stop it? So if you want to try and notice the triggers, pay attention to what you are thinking right before you feel stressed or want to quit. So when you say, oh gosh, I can't do this, stop and ask yourself, what makes me think I can't do this? Why am I saying it to myself? Because let me tell you something, baby. You are capable. And for the things that you don't know how to do right now, you can learn. You are made in the likeness of the Creator. You understand that? So if you're made in the likeness of the Creator, you are a creator. That doesn't mean you know everything immediately, but that does mean that eventually you can get it. You can create it. You can learn it. But you've got to be willing to be patient with yourself. And you'll get it. Just like you did when you tied your shoe as a kid. Remember you couldn't tie your shoe as a kid and now you can. Remember you couldn't ride a bike. Hey Glenn, how are you? How are you doing? Good to see you. So I'm so glad you're here, Glenn. Let me say hey to you like right here. Boop. Uh-oh. Okay. Anyway, I was trying to hit the little hand thing, but I messed that up. But that's okay because I'm not perfect and that doesn't stop me. I'll keep trying until I learn to do what I want to do. And that's the whole point of what I'm trying to tell you guys. Don't give up, okay? So let's see. Yeah, so you stop by noticing the triggers. Pay attention to what you're thinking right before you feel stressed or want to quit. The next thing is take a tiny step. Make your goal very small and easy to reach so it feels less scary. Yeah, don't start at the top of something. Start with a small goal. Let's say, for instance, you want to become a pescatarian like me and you eat all different types of meats. Now, that's what I did. I stopped one meat at a time. Like I took out pork, then I took out beef, then I took out chicken, then I took out turkey, and I kept removing different styles of meat that I was commonly eating until eventually I did it. And then I started working on my junk foods, and I didn't just abandon everything. I slowly did it. A couple of times I might have had a craving, so I'm still dealing with that portion of it right now, but I'm not going to quit. I'm going to keep going because I know I'm capable. After all, I come from the Creator. I can do anything, anything, and so can you. Remember that, but you have to be patient with yourself. You have to believe in yourself. I believe in you. I believe in you. That's why I'm here with you today. If I didn't believe in you, I would be doing something else. Because I believe in you, I come here every Sunday to give you my knowledge, my wisdom, in return for your love, your knowledge, and your wisdom. So thank you for being here. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for uh, just taking out the time for yourself today. Not just for me, but for you. I love that you put you first by being here. I could say that you're here for me, and that's nice. But I want you here for you first and for me second. Put you first, baby. Fill your cup up, and then you can give others some out of it. But if your cup is empty, eventually you'll become empty. So keep filling your cup up. Keep healing. Keep giving you what you need. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with helping people, but you've got to help you first, okay? That's all I'm saying. Let's keep going. So, again, how do you stop with the self-sabotage? The last thing I'm going to mention is be kind to yourself. Stop judging yourself when old habits show up and just let the bad feelings pass because they will. Once you acknowledge them and you say, hey, bad feelings, get away from me. That's not what I want to feel. Go find you some music to listen to that makes you smile. Go read a book when you want to smile. Go read the Bible. Go talk to a friend who knows how to cheer you up. I talked about that circle earlier. Go find someone great from that circle. And I know you have someone great in your life. So, yeah, that's how we deal with the self sabotage. Now we're going to move on down to that self-abandonment. But I want you to remember this. Sometimes self-sabotage isn't about not wanting success. Sometimes success threatens what you become familiar with. Remember that there's nothing wrong with becoming successful, even when you feel afraid. It's just that that's not your comfort zone, but it can become. And I want you to understand that so you don't give up because you deserve success. What is it that you're trying to do right now? Drop it in the comments. Tell me what you're trying to do right now, okay? Let's see here. Unpin message. And then let's see here. I was going to try and pin a message again, but I don't know. Let's pin. Oh, it makes me pin your message. Okay, got you. I still have to find out how to pin my message, guys. So if you all know how to do that, just let me know and I'll go ahead and do that. But let's keep going because apparently I can't pin the message yet. Let me see. I refuse to give up sometimes. I kid you not. What is all of this? Oh no, those are playables. We don't want to play that. And no, we don't want to do that. So, okay. Guys, I'm going to eventually learn how to pin this message. And when I do, y'all better watch out for me. Let's see here. Let's go to that chat filter top messages. All right, guys. Anyway, we'll come back to that later. Let's keep going because this is more important than me trying to pin a message. Hi, Latia. How are you doing today? Guys, Latia is having a time of her life. She is just having a time of her life. That's all I got to say. Latia, she'll tell you guys where she is if she'd like to. But, she doesn't. That's cool too. But I kind of got a heads up on where she is, and she's on vacation, and I'm so happy for her. She's out there having all that good food. And, I love me some good food. When I travel, I probably eat more than I, you know, do anything. Because I always have me a list of good restaurants. She's in New York, guys, and she's seen the Statue of Liberty, and she's just enjoying herself. She told me about her special T-shirt she had on today, and she got so many compliments on her T-shirt today, guys. So yeah, y'all say hello to here, Latia and Glenn. Again, I want to mention that I'm so glad you're here with me today. So yeah, let's keep going, guys. We're talking about the self-abandonment portion of this segment right now. So how many times have you abandoned yourself just to keep somebody else happy? I think that I'm still guilty of that. I still have some growing to do when it comes to that. I'm a work in progress too, honey. Don't think that I know it all and I have it all together because I don't. I have a lot of things in order that I once didn't. But this is one of the things I can call out on myself. So let's talk about it. So when it comes to self-abandonment, sometimes we say yes when we mean no. You ever told somebody yes and then you hung up the phone and go, dang, why did I say that? Or someone asks you to work and you know you don't feel like it and you're tired and you go, yeah, sure, I'll come in. And why did you say that? You know, there's so many times I found myself saying yes when I should have said no. But I'm getting better at it. I'm meeting myself where I am, and I am intentional about it now that I can hear myself do it. I know myself. I know that I'm doing it. You have to become intentional, guys, because the only way to fix something is if you name it. So I've actually taken out the time to name that this is a situation or a problem that I have, and that is saying yes when I should have said no to certain things or certain people. So now that I name it, now I can help myself. I got a knot in my hair to hold my hair back, guys, by the way. Look at that. It's irritating me because now you can see the knot. I thought I had hit it. I'm going to pull some hair over like this. Oh, now I should have did that in the beginning. Voila, it's fixed. It's been just bothering me. That little hair just sticking out. So I just learned a new trick. See, this holds my hair back from my face. And this is like that, you see? And then that hair was showing like that. But now all I got to do is just boop and it hides the knot. So I got it hid. So let's keep going, guys. Let's get back on subject. So how many times have you abandoned yourself just to keep somebody else? And we said that saying yes when we mean no. Another one is ignoring your intuition. You know what? We have this amazing thing about us called intuition. And you feel it, you know it, but we seem to ignore it. Stop ignoring that feeling. That is one of our greatest gifts that God has given us amongst many. So pay attention to that, honey. That's the inner voice, that God's voice. It's that you know better voice. That's that wisdom voice, that voice your mom and your daddy, your aunties and your grandmas put in your head when they were raising you voice. Pay attention to that, baby. Because mama ain't raised no fool, and neither did papa. Pay attention, honey. And let's talk about self-abandonment. You shrink yourself. You know, you have greatness inside of you, but when you get around certain people, certain environments, you refuse to show that greatness. And that greatness is what people need to see in order to help heal them, help grow them. It's for them to see that love exists, unconditional love at that. Stop shrinking yourself. The world deserves to see you. Not only do they deserve to, they need to. Stop feeling like you're not important. You are. God don't make mistakes, and God doesn't make people without purpose. Baby, you have a purpose. Stop downplaying yourself. Hold that beautiful head up, okay? Let that voice fill rooms. You deserve to be heard. You deserve to be seen. You deserve acknowledgement. There's so many great things within you. Show them, baby. It's your life and it's meant to be lived, not just be alive. My daddy would always tell me that. He said, don't just be alive. He said, live. You deserve to live, not just be alive, baby. You're so amazing. So yeah, sometimes abandonment looks like staying silent to avoid conflict. You ever knew that you needed to say something, but instead you were afraid that conflict might happen, so you just kept yourself quiet? Maybe not to protect somebody who needed protecting because you just wanted to avoid conflict. Sometimes, baby, silence is not golden. Sometimes silence is something you got to do away with, baby. Sometimes you got to speak up, okay? Remember that. Sometimes you got to speak up. But pick your battles. Don't just speak up on every single thing. I'm not telling you to become some belligerent. Oh, I can't even say it. Belligerent. Got it. Loudmouth person who just wants to just be loud in the crowd for no apparent reason. I'm not saying that. That instinct will tell you when it's time, and pay attention to it, okay? That's how you'll know when it's time to speak up. And if you're walking away feeling bad about not speaking up, that's a sign that you need to pay attention when it's time to speak up. Okay? Don't get behind closed doors and go, "Oh, I should have said such and such." It's okay if you do that, but learn from that, okay? And don't keep doing it. Don't keep doing it. That's all I'm saying, guys. Hit that thumbs up and send me some hearts, guys. I don't see them hearts coming. Let me see those hearts, guys. And I want to ask you, where are you watching from? Put it in the comments. I want to know where you are watching from. I think everybody else here wants to know that too. I just love to see where you guys are watching from. That like really excites me, by the way. And maybe it's a place I've been to, maybe it's a place I haven't been to. You know, sometimes people are on here from other countries, and I love when that happens as well. So let me know where you are from, okay? And if you can relate to some of the things I'm saying, type yes in the comments. Okay? Here, Latia says she's from New York. Latia, you're not from New York. I said, tell me. Oh, I said where you're watching from. You answered right. She's telling me where she's watching from. Good answer, Latia. Honey, sometimes I make mistakes, and I always call it out to you guys because I don't want you all to think that you have to be perfect. See how I'm on here doing a live and making all kinds of errors, and it's okay because I'm going to grow from this. And I love meeting myself where I am. I could be somewhere hiding from doing this right now. I could be self-sabotaging myself. I could be telling myself that I'm too tired to do this. I don't belong on this live, that maybe this and that and this. And I could be tearing myself down right now. But instead, I'm building myself up, talking to myself, telling myself positive affirmations whenever I'm doing something that makes me afraid. When I'm doing something that's not in my comfort zone, I speak to myself and tell myself that I am capable because I am made in the likeness of the Creator. So how come I can't do it? Why can't I learn it? Ask yourself the same questions every time you feel like you're afraid to do that thing that means the world to you. Because you can do it. You just got to talk yourself into it and stop talking yourself out of it, because your brain has been subconsciously programmed for many reasons to protect you, or because you've learned things that you need to unlearn, because there should be nothing stopping you from becoming the great person that I know you can be, the healed person that you are capable of becoming. Let's keep going, guys. Yeah, so when we're talking about that self-abandonment, staying silent to avoid conflicts, putting everybody else's needs before your own, accepting treatment that violates your standards, abandoning your dreams because somebody else doesn't believe in them. Baby, when I first started doing this that I'm doing, becoming a social media influencer, I remember people told me, you're too old for that. I remember people told me, it's going to take too much work. I remember people told me, you're gonna do that instead of using your finance degree? Honey, this is my life. I'm not letting nobody tell me how to live it but me, myself, and I, and God. Because, baby, I think it's important to do what you love. I think it's important to do what it is that's your calling when you figure that out. I don't think that no one can tell you or should tell you what you can and cannot do when it comes to your talents, when it comes to creating. You know what I'm saying? I need you to understand that. Stop worrying about what people think about you when you're doing what makes you happy. Okay? I remember when I first got my locks, and we talk about this sometime. When I first got my locks were like this short. They were so short. My hair wasn't, but my locks had drawn up to these little bitty things. And I was so worried about what people would think about me, how they would think I looked, what they would say about, oh my gosh, you have your hair natural, you have locks. And you know what? I love myself for the choice I made. I love the fact that I was going to keep pushing on with my locks growing no matter what anybody thought about them. And I'm not going to lie, when I first did it, I put a wig on top of it because I was like, oh, I don't want anybody to see me like this. And then something inside of me said, enjoy the journey. And the journey doesn't look pretty when we first start. That's just like your dreams, honey. They don't look pretty when you first start. You fail, you get back up, things happen, you lose money, you lose time, you lose friends, you lose family. It's a lot that can go on as you go on that journey. But in the midst of that journey, there's so many beautiful things. I remember my hair grew down, and hair was the most perfect bob. And I was like, oh, I love that. And then it grew to the next stage. And I said, okay. And now it's here. And I'm like, wow, wow, wow. Like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And one day I'm going to come on here and it's going to be here. But even if it doesn't, I'm in love with every part of my journey. I learned to embrace the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because you can't get to this length without having that length if needed. You can't get to that dream, that goal, that healing. You can't get to where you want to go without stumbling across some hard roads, some roads that have potholes, some roads that have the little orange cones in it, some roads that are just made of gravel, baby. You might have to go through some hard roads to get to where you want to go. But I'm going to tell you something, staying where you are, it's the hard road. When your heart knows, when your mind knows that you should be farther. So choose the battle. Choose the battle to stay in what we call the comfort zone, or the road that takes you to what you are meant to be, to what you are meant to have. Baby, it takes doing the work. That's what I want you to get tonight. You've got to do the work. If you're sabotaging yourself, if you're avoiding things, if you're abandoning yourself, it's time to stop. It's time to listen to Coach Gwen today. Do the work that it's going to take so you can have that life. You deserve it. Stop looking at your neighbors. Stop looking at strangers saying, why can't I have that? Why do they have that? God, what's wrong with me? Why don't I have these things? You have not. One, because you ask not. And when you ask, you need to tell yourself all of those good affirmations that you deserve, that you are capable, that you will have it, and that you will do the work. And you constantly tell yourself that. And let me tell you something. Talk without action ain't nothing. See, I'm convincing you and talking to you and preaching to you and inspiring you to say the right words to yourself to change your mindset. But in the midst of all that, you have to do the work. And the work means taking small steps. You've got to take some action. But you don't have to start big. Let's say you want to run a marathon and you've never ever ran a marathon before. Then start walking. Let's say you've never walked an hour. Then start walking 5 minutes. Get in the habit of putting on your clothes, walking out the door 5 minutes and coming back in. And you do that enough times before you know it, you're walking 5 minutes, and that 5 minutes turns into 10, and 10 turns into 15, and 15 turns into an hour, and an hour turns into two. And before you know it, you're running a marathon. You with me? Stop thinking you gotta go big or stay at home, baby. If you gotta go big or stay at home, that's a lie for your life. That does not apply to you, baby. You go small and you keep going so you can become big. If you got a pile of rocks outside that you're trying to move and you just know it's going to be too much work, go outside and remove 5 rocks at a time. 365 days later, the rocks are gone. But you're doing something every day and you're being intentional about what it is you're doing. Take small steps. Hey, Catherine, how are you? I didn't see you here. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you. Thank you for coming in, Catherine. Y'all say hello to Catherine. Oh, she said she just found her new best friend. I love you, Catherine. Thank you so much. And by the way, I'm Coach Gwen. I'm a transformational coach. I am a inspirational speaker, award-winning inspirational speaker, and I am the host of the Win-Win with Gwen podcast. So if you like more of what I'm talking about, check out my podcast, Win-Win with Gwen, and don't forget to get your book on Amazon, the best self-help book that is out there, baby. I guarantee you, if this book don't change your life, my name ain't Coach Gwen. And baby, I know my name. So yeah, go check out this book on Amazon. And when you purchase yours, please tell me, how did you like it? How did it help change your life? Let the people know when you come back what it did for you, how it motivated you, how you were able to see yourself in some of the things that I went through. Baby, I talk about a lot of what I went through, and you ain't gonna want to miss this. Get to know me. Because getting to know me is going to be like getting to know yourself. And not only do I talk about what I've been through, I talk about how I got through it. So please get your copy today. And don't forget to check out my music here on YouTube. And thanks for those hearts. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Don't forget to hit that like, guys. And let's keep going. So we're talking about the self-abandonment portion of this live. And we just talked about how many times we've abandoned ourselves just to keep somebody else happy. And we started talking about some more things, putting everybody's needs before ours, accepting treatment that violates our standards, abandoning your dreams because somebody else doesn't believe in them. Stop abandoning your dreams, baby. People can't see your dreams. They can't see your vision because it's not meant for them. How are they going to see what's in your mind? And you out here trying to explain what you see in your mind, what God has gifted you to create. Baby, they can't see in your mind, so stop trying to make them. Let them see the dream when the dream becomes the reality. Because a lot of people aren't going to see you or support you until it's actually there because it's your dream. They don't have to see you. They don't have to support you. You see you. You support you. You applaud you. And you don't need nobody applauding, baby, for you. You can applaud when nobody's watching for yourself. All of that good stuff, baby. See you. Believe in you. Give you what you need for you to grow and stop depending on someone else. If they don't believe in your dreams, that's normal. You understand me? That's normal. Stop saying, well, people said I couldn't do this, or people say I'm not going to make it, or they've always looked down on me. So you're going to look down on you too because somebody looks down on you? How does that make you feel when they look down on you? If that makes you feel bad when they look down on you, then why would you agree with them and why would you look down on you too? Does that make sense? If somebody's doing something to make you feel bad, or somebody's doing something where they don't believe in you, why would you do the same? Baby, if you can't count on you, then who can you count on? You need to count on you. Give you what you need, believe in you, and maybe you don't right now. But start talking to yourself. Like I told you, start telling yourself every time you say, oh, I'm so stupid. Say, no, you're not. You're brilliant. You're smart. You're growing. You're becoming. Stop the negative chatter. You don't deserve it. There's enough people out there trying to talk negative about you. Don't join in with that. Don't be a part of that. Love yourself and love yourself unconditionally. Do you know how amazing you are? I do. I know it because we come from the same creator. And my creator creates nothing but amazing people. And I see you. You're amazing. Can you say that right quick with me? Can you say, I am amazing? Can you say, I am capable? Can you say, I deserve love? Now, can you say, I can give all that to me and everybody else's is extra? I want you to love you bigger than anybody else has ever loved you. Maybe you didn't get love from your mom. Maybe you didn't get love from your dad. Maybe you didn't get love from the person you married. But today, I want you to get love from you. Because the more and more you learn to love yourself, the less you'll be worried about someone else loving you. And when you learn to love yourself, you'll be able to walk away from people or things that do not align with how you deserve to be loved. That's how important it is that you start loving yourself and healing. So let's keep going, baby. Let's keep going, okay? What did Catherine say? Catherine said, oh no, you are a marvel. It is an honor to be here. I will definitely support, and I am here for all of your wisdom and grace. Thank you for being. I am so, oh, you're so sweet. And Latia, you are definitely amazing. Catherine says you sure are, Latia. Isn't that sweet? Catherine, I'm so glad you're here with us today. Thank you so much for coming into this space. And for those of you who don't know, this is a space for healing. This is a space where we don't judge. This is a space when people come in here and say negative things, we send them love. We don't block them. Because let me tell you something. Anybody who enters into this space and says a negative thing more than likely needs healing. They need love. They need to be seen. They need to hear these messages that we put out. So we never judge. We never attack. We just send love in this space. Because this space is for people who want to grow. This space is for people who need to heal. So when people come through with negative remarks, guys, never block them, never attack them. Because healed people don't say things that are negative. Broken people do. And this is a space for broken people to come to. This is a place for people who want to heal, who want to grow, who want to become. I thank you for joining me here. It's so many negative things going on online in so many areas, your TikToks, your YouTubes, your Facebook. But isn't it refreshing to come to a spot where there's no man against woman, woman against man, no blacks against whites, or, none of that. Just pure love and understanding and healing. And that's what this spot is about. So let's keep going, baby. Let's keep going. I love you guys. So yeah, when did you learn that keeping everybody else comfortable was more important than being honest with yourself? When did you learn that? Let's build some awareness. So notice the automatic yes. Catch yourself saying yes to things instantly before checking how you actually feel or if you have the time. That's how you deal with that. That's how you build daily awareness when it comes to self-abandonment. Yeah, you want to notice the automatic yeses. Say, oh my gosh, I did it again. And then next time, try again to say no when you get that feeling that you should and want to say no. Start practicing on it. No, it's a small word, but it's a big lesson. And then next time, say no. And the more and more you do that, it's going to become easier. I guarantee you. It's going to be hard at first. And your mind is going to be like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? But you talk back to that question and say, because I needed it. I deserve it. And it's what I wanted to say. Talk to yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with talking to yourself, baby. I know you grew up thinking that talking to yourself and answering makes you crazy. But I say the opposite. If you talk to yourself, answer yourself, you deserve that. That's respect. That's growth. That's healing. You can't fix what you can't name. And Coach Gwendolyn is going to always tell you that. So naming it means you're speaking back to yourself. Why are you doing that? Say it out loud. Write it down. Acknowledge it. Another thing you want to do to build daily awareness when it comes to this is take a pause, wait 5 seconds and say, let me check my schedule and I will get back to you before you answer yes to something. It's okay to walk away for the moment until you build up the courage to say no when you need to say no. So I'll call you back on that. Let me think on that. And that's when you take out the time to go, girl or dude, you know you don't want to do this. Say no. And then your mind will say, but say yes because they're going to feel like such and such. You go, no, it's not about what they feel. It's about what I feel. I got to put me first. And you tell them no. Okay? Try it. Try it this week. Try to say no in a situation where you would have said yes this week. Try it. I dare you. Did it make you want to do it? And I go, I dare you. That's my I dare you face. So yeah, all kidding aside, try it, okay? Please try it. Let's see, Captain. Hey, Dee Dee, how are you? And you're watching from Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania. I can never say that. Let me try it. Pennsylvania. See, I slowed down and I said it. Pennsylvania, where the vampires come from. I remember when I was a kid, all the vampires came from Pennsylvania. And I still can't say it, but I tried. So yeah, let's see. I came across your videos randomly. This is what Catherine is saying. I will never discard the energy you place in this universe. I am more than a fan. I believe in you and your nature. And thank you. And I want you to feel the same and believe in yourself just as much as you believe in me, sweetheart. And that's the purpose here. So I want you to have unshakable belief in yourself, okay? Let's see. And Dee Dee says, good evening, watching from Pennsylvania. I already read that and messed that up. So why would I even try it again? Because I keep trying. I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid of what people think of me when I don't do something in a manner in which they agree. It's okay for Coach Gwendolyn to mess up a word and try it later and come back again and then get it right. If it takes me 5 days, 10 days, or a minute or a second, I'm going to keep on trying. And I want you to do the same. We'll do that. Just hit home for it. Okay. Guys, don't forget to hit those hearts for me. Let's keep going, guys. And don't forget to hit that like for me. So let's keep going. So we're talking about self-abandonment and how do we build awareness of it when we're doing it. Another thing you want to do is listen to your body. Notice physical signs of stress like tight jaw, clenching fist, a heavy sense of dread when agreeing to a request. You're going to feel all that. I'm telling you, your body will talk to you when you slow down and pay it some attention. You be like, you feel it. Your breathing gets kind of interrupted. Your body tells you, baby, intuition is something, and it is amazing, and you have that ability, and I want you to use that. When your body is sending these signals to you going, oh, I don't want to do this, that's when you say no. Build that muscle up. Saying no is like going to the gym and lifting and your muscles get bigger. The more and more you say no, the stronger you're going to get. And before you know it, you're not in that type of situation anymore, okay? So you've got to step out of your comfort zone and do it. Say the hard no's so that you can get the easy life, okay? The relaxation, the peace, because you deserve that, okay? And you can get peace when you learn how to say no. Remember that. Peace is something. Oh, I love me some peace, by the way. If you love peace, type peace in those comments. Let me see who loves peace, by the way. I love to see who's on the same road as I am when it comes to peace. So, how do you build trust in yourself? Because I think that a lot of us don't trust ourselves. Let's talk about a little bit of that trust. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee, for that peace. Thank you so much. Dee Dee said peace. Latia said peace. DK said peace. Hey, and I probably Dakota. I tried. If I didn't get it right, I apologize. But I do want to let you know that I see you. I believe in you and I love you and I'm glad you're here. And when I get off this live, decade. Is that right? Decade? Let me know. Type yes if that's right. Decade. Let me know it's decade. And then I'll try again, maybe. I'll try again, maybe, if you allow me to. How about that? But respectfully, I see you and I love you. Okay? So, yeah, we're going to rebuild trust. We keep small promises, okay? Do simple things for your well being, like drinking water, eating a meal on time, or going to bed when you're tired. Those are some little things you can do. Can you do those things? No, that's not asking a lot. Pick one or two or three if you can handle them and start to do those things for yourself. Okay. Oh, I got it right. See, I got it right. I'm so proud of me. I'm proud of me if I hadn't got it right, though, because, like I said, I was going to go look it up after the live and I was going to find out how to pronounce it because you matter. You matter so much. And let's see here. So let's see. Tell the truth. Practice speaking your genuine opinion in small, safe moments rather than hiding your thoughts to keep the peace. So, yeah, you want to take a little step there and just maybe start off with, I don't agree with that. Not full flares. I don't agree with that. And blah, 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 blah. This is the reason why this is what it did. Slow down. You're new at this. Speak up and just take your time with learning how to do that too. I don't want you to go too far too fast. I don't want this to feel heavy on you because it's possible for you to do the work that I'm talking about. But I don't want you to become overwhelmed by trying to do everything all at once. So take your time, meet yourself where you are. And if you fail at it, get back up and try it again, okay? If you find yourself saying yes to someone when you should have said no, don't be like, I am never going to get this right. No, say, I failed at this moment, but I'm going to try again next time. Okay? And it's okay if you even pick up the phone or tell that person, I said yes, but I'm not going to be able to do that. And the sooner you do that, pull that statement back, the better it is because you don't want somebody making plans because you gave them your word. So be careful of that. If you've already given your word and they started making, plans around it, kind of be consciously aware that maybe you don't want to pull back at that point. But if you say no and then you pull back real quick, if you say yes and then you pull back immediately and say, no, no, second thought, I can't do that. That's fine. Okay? That's fine because you're trying to learn how to do it. And maybe you don't get it right first, but the second time you may. Keep trying. Now, the thing you want to do too to rebuild trust in yourself is drop the secondary shame. When you catch yourself slipping back into old abandoning habits, avoid harsh criticism. Just gently note it and redirect yourself. So I keep telling you, it's okay to not succeed at first. It's okay to fail. You don't want to try and fail, but failure happens. And that's when you pick yourself back up and try again. I like that little song. I always mention song. It was, I forgot who said it. Pick yourself up and try again. You remember that song? That's what you got to do. Pick yourself up and try again. That's all I'm saying, okay? Do that. Um, there. I'll put this in here just for you guys to see. Is it cute? You guys like that? Honestly, I'm going to tell you what this is. This is an earring that I use as a little clip. It goes on the top of my ear like so. Let me show you. Ooh, let me get it out my hair first of all. Well, maybe. Okay, see? Now, this is it. This part goes to see. It's a little earring. This part goes in your ear, your hole. And then this part hooks up over like this. So it would have went in my hole in my ear and it would have hooked up like that. And I think that that's so cute. But I also can create what I want to because I'm always telling you guys that we are creators. So I create so many things. And so I decided, you know what? If I want this in my hair, I'll hook it like that and I'll have it in my hair. It doesn't have to serve the purpose in which it was sold to me for. Not only does it not have to serve the purpose, this idea here, which went there, could be a new creation for me. Well, I can sell, make money. You see what I'm saying? We can create anything at the snap of a finger, but you have to believe in yourself. Now, the average person may not believe that they are capable of creating something to make money for them. But you are a creator. Remember the lady who created the sticky notes? The little square things, got the little sticky stuff on it, and then they stick it on paper or stick it on the computer? That's nothing but paper cut short with glue. Somebody told that young lady, and I forgot her name, that was stupid. Until this day, She's making money in her sleep because someone else said she was stupid. That's what I'm telling you. Stop worrying about what these people say about you and your purpose, your creations, your person, who you are. Stop worrying about those people. That's the same. People told her they didn't believe in her. Her dreams were crazy. And she said, you know what? I don't care. They say it's nothing but paper. Anybody could use some paper and stick it on a computer. Well, anybody didn't. She did. Now look at her. So yeah, take something and create it. Take something and make it something different. Use it for something else. You have the ability to create great things, including who you are as a person. But you got to stop sabotaging yourself. You got to stop avoiding it, okay? You got to get on it. Get all this stuff out your way, honey. So I want you to set kind boundaries. And what kind boundaries look like is expect discomfort. Didn't I tell you this stuff wasn't going to be easy? I tell y'all that all the time. Change is not going to be easy sometimes, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't make it. Think about this. Let's say you lived in a house where the air didn't work, the heat didn't work. It had bugs like roaches. It had rodents like rats. It had all of this stuff going on. It was a high crime area. You know, there was pow, 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 shooting everywhere. Click, 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 click. Let's say you live there. Very uncomfortable situation, unsafe. No judgment. I've been in places. I've been through things. I'm not judging you. I'm just setting some examples. Let's say you're living in that situation. Is that easy to live in? Type yes. Type no. Do you think that would be easy to live in? Now, there are people who are in those situations and circumstances for whatever reason, no judgment. But there are people who refuse to get out of those situations to try and work through those situations. And I know everybody's not capable. I know things happen in people's life. I'm not doing that. I'm just kind of telling you that for those who are capable and who are able, who are willing, doing the work and who will do the work to get out of that situation, that journey is not going to be easy. But staying in that situation is not going to be easy either. But think about removing yourself from that, what we call comfort zone, doing the uncomfortable work to get to a place of betterment. And then when you're there, you're done with that level. That's why I'm telling you, and I hope that's a good example. Do the work to remove yourself from situations where you deserve better, where you can have better. And it's going to be a battle. It's going to take work. Do the work. I know you're going to be tired, but you're tired of being there too. Think about it. Do the work to remove yourself from situations and circumstances that you don't want to be in. Do the work to grow. Do the work to create. If your mind has a dream, do the work. And I know it's going to take you stepping outside of your comfort zone to create these things that you want. But I want you to understand where you are is not comfortable. Where you are takes work. I once babysat somebody's kids, and I didn't know what I was getting into. And I stayed at their house for them. And when I kid you not, we ended up on the floor. This was a good friend of mine. I didn't know I was not in such of a good neighborhood. I kept the kids because she was in the hospital. And they started pow, 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 you know? And I ducked on the floor instinctively. And one of the kids was like 8 years old. And he said, we do this all the time. He started showing me the safest spot in the house. The safest spot in the house. Now, the mom and the dad worked. And I'm not saying anything about their income. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is it couldn't have been easy staying there. I wish that those people that are my friends, I'm not going to call out their names, I wish that they could have pushed harder to go create change in their lives. I wish they could have found some type of help from a coach or a psychiatrist or, or prayed more, definitely prayed more to remove themselves out of that circumstances, because there's things we can do to help ourselves do things in life. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying not to talk about anybody in a negative manner, but there's work we have to do, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And it may have taken that parent or those parents staying up all night to study, to go to college, or to keep putting in different applications to change their income. Or maybe they didn't have enough education to even do the job. And maybe they need to go online and learn how to master something else or read better or whatever it was that was holding them back. I'm just saying, look at yourself when you're in situations and figure out what you can do better to change those situations. That's all I'm trying to say today. We've got to do the work. We've got to acknowledge what's holding us back. We've got to. And sometimes what's holding us back is nothing more than our own mindsets. And I know people come from different backgrounds, but that doesn't mean you have to stay in that background. You deserve to come to the front, baby. You might have sat at the back of the classroom in high school because you didn't know how to read or you were shy or whatever reason why you sat in the back of the classroom, but you deserve to sit in the front of the classroom. And in order to get to those front where it was confident, where you didn't care if the teacher called your name and called you for a question, maybe you needed to be the person who studied more, got a tutor, did something to advance yourself. That's all I'm saying. Do the work that it takes to get you to the next level. And don't think that you aren't capable. Don't think that you don't deserve. Again, you have it within you, baby. Greatness lives within you. But you have to believe it, just like I believe it. I believe it does. Hey, Debbie. Where is my Debbie at? Hello, Debbie. Thank you for joining today, Debbie. Don't forget to hit the hearts and don't forget to hit that like, Debbie. I'm so glad you made it tonight. So let's keep going, guys. And we're talking about a couple of things today. We're talking about self-sabotage, self-abandonment, and self-avoidance. We're talking about the ins and outs, why we do it, how we can avoid it, and where it comes from. So yeah, and we've gotten down to the point where we're talking about rebuilding our trust and setting boundaries. Let's talk about avoidance, guys. So we're going to be wrapping this up after we talked about avoidance. Avoidance can look productive. It could look like I'm busy. I'll do this tomorrow. I'm still thinking about it. It could look like I'm waiting for the right time. Avoidance can look like I just need to get myself together first. You ever heard yourself say, oh, I'm going to start this when I get myself together first, or I'm going to start this diet, but I'm going to start it next week, or I'm going to start this diet next month after I do X, Y, and Z, or you ever say, I'm waiting for the right time. Now is not the right time because I got to wait until I get $100 in order to pay for this ad so I can start my business. You ever looking for reasons instead of just starting and doing it, meeting yourself where you are, taking those small steps? That's what I'm talking about. That's things we do when we avoid, and that's self-sabotage and all of it wrapped up in one. When you start avoiding things, you start looking for different reasons as to why you won't do something. And sometimes you're not just preparing, you're avoiding. So you may think that's preparing to do something, but baby, that could be avoidance, okay? So pay attention to that. What are you avoiding because you already know that facing it will require you to change? Sometimes we don't want to do it because we're afraid of change. We're afraid of change. And I'll be honest with you, when I started doing what I am doing now, I started thinking, oh my gosh, when you start speaking, you're speaking to 10 people right now. That 10 is going to grow to 100. That 100 is going to grow to hundreds. That hundreds is going to grow to thousands. And when I tell you, I've spoken in a room full of thousands of people, and I wouldn't have been able to do it had I not told myself I could. You've got to talk to yourself, baby. You got to make yourself do the things that you need to do to be great because you deserve greatness. You really do. Don't let anybody tell you that you don't deserve greatness. And you know what? Usually the biggest person or the biggest critic is you. You probably tell yourself more than anybody in the world what you can't do and why you don't deserve it. You get mad at other people when they do it, but do you get mad at yourself when you do that? Do you tell yourself don't do that or that's not true? Start telling yourself that that negative stuff is not true, that negative chatter, those negative thoughts. Speak them things out of yourself. Pray them out of yourself. Get rid of that because you're going to miss out on so much in life and you don't deserve that. You deserve everything in this life. God gave you a life to be lived, not to just be alive. Live, baby. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Live. If you want to travel like Latia's doing, go travel. Don't be afraid to get on that plane. Don't be afraid to go meet new people. Don't be afraid to eat new dishes. Go enjoy this world, baby. You deserve it. I know people who have never, ever, ever been out of their state. Better yet, their neighborhood area. This world is big. Enjoy it because you're big. You're big and you have a big heart. Enjoy yourself, sweetheart. This is your world. This is your world. Live in it. So let's look at some core signs of avoidance. Hyper independence, needing to do everything alone. Are you that person go, oh, I got it, I can do it, I don't need any help? Baby, we all need help in something. Maybe not everything, but something. Ain't no way you don't need help with nothing. Because if you don't need help with nothing, that means it's something you ain't doing because you can't do it all. Think about that. Another core sign is emotional numbing, ignoring or downplaying feelings of distress and sadness. Do you feel bad? Do you feel down? And when somebody asks you, go, oh, I'm okay. I'm good. Baby, you can't fix what you can't name. It's okay to tell people I'm not doing good today. You'd be surprised some of the help you can get when you tell people that. Because sometimes you can't help you. Sometimes you need a good, kind word from someone like Coach Gwen. So I'm going to ask you right here today on this live, how are you doing today? And don't lie. Tell the truth. Because what you name today, acknowledge today, you can help. You can fix. You can improve. How are you doing right now? And ain't nothing wrong with strong people saying that they're not doing good. Because when you say you're not doing good and you're a strong person, that's a sign of strength. Remember that. That's part of being strong. I don't know who taught us anything other than that strong people can't say they need help, that strong people can't admit that they're not doing good, baby. When you do anything other than that, that's weakness. So if you're going to play the strong person, play that role right, baby. Don't half step. Be good at whatever you do, even being the strong person. You got that? No more of this lying. No more of this pretending that you're okay when you're not. Because if you're strong, be strong. Not just for other people, but for you, by saying what you need when it comes to getting what you need, okay? If you say what you need, you can get what you need. You name it, you can fix it. Remember that. Stop holding your words. Your words are powerful, okay? You're all over the place. What do you mean by that? What do you mean you're all over the place? And if you need a coach, go check out my website, guys. Go to mindsaboveMatters.com. .com. Oh my God, did I say .com? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Anyway, another one of my mistakes, but it's okay. Go to mindsaboveMatters.com. Guys, go there. And check out everything that I do. Um, and if you want to get in contact with me because you want to coach, let me know. There's some things I can ask you to see what you're needing help with, or even if we're a good fit for one another. So yeah, check that out. And if you don't mind, Latia, if you can put that in the comments for me, mindsabovematters.com. Y'all go check out my website, okay? And you can actually learn a lot more about me there. So yeah, I can't wait for you to go over there and say hello to me. And I can gather your email address or whatever I need there so I can send you out information and, discounts and things like that. So make sure you go in there and send me a hello. And I can't wait to see who goes there. So let's keep going with these core signs. It's pulling away, shutting down, or leaving when a relationship gets serious. We talked about that earlier, how a lot of us think that's what men do. That's what people do. Relying on distractions, using work, hobbies, or digital habits to avoid quiet reflections. Do you ever just sit back and think about what your life is like at the moment or where you want to go with it? Do you meditate? Do you turn off all the noise? Start turning off the noise so you can hear what's going on here. You can't hear what's in here if you always have noise going on. I'm going to be quiet for a minute. You hear what's going on in my background? It's quiet. And I do that a couple of times throughout the day just so I can hear my inner voice, so I can take a reflection moment and see what I need. You understand? My grandkids, they take reflection moments by running to me to tell me what they need, and they get it. But I can't run to everybody and tell them what I need because I'm a grown up. So I have to tell me what I need and get me what I need by sitting with me time. That's how important it is that you sit with me time. You can go tell somebody else what you need them to do for you, or whatever. But what is it that you need to do for you? That's why you need that reflection time, that me time. You're all over the place more than likely because you're not having reflection time. You're not having me time. Sit down with you. And that requires sometimes getting a journal. Go to Amazon, get one of my journals, and start sitting down and writing down what you need, what your day was like. Write down what you want, what you need. It's okay. That's how you think. Journaling is powerful. You don't have to write neat. You don't have to spell good because it's yours. You write down. I'm not the best speller in the world either, but when it comes to my journal, I know what I wrote. I can go back and reflect and learn from it and heal because of what I'm writing down. It's your personal journal. Yeah, go get you a journal. Go look at my journals. I have some. I'm going to bring them and show them to you next week. So make sure you join me next week. I'm going to bring the journals. And if I forget, somebody go get the journals, and then I'll get them so I can show them to you. But yeah, start journaling. Let that be a part of your reflection. As a coach, I love to tell people to journal. Honey, what's better than laying on the couch and talking to a psychiatrist is laying in your bed or sitting in a chair and writing to yourself. It'll save you time and money. Not that you don't need the help elsewhere, but that's just another tool to use. So yes, let's see here. I just got back and spent the weekend with my children. Now I'm back home and I just thinking about them. The week coming up. What am I going to do next? Journal, write it down, go order your journal on Amazon and start planning out these moments and being intentional about it, because a lot of times we just wake up and let life live us, but we don't live life. Be intentional. And I like the fact that you're thinking right now, what am I going to do next? Now, just not think about it. Write it down and then do. Take action, okay? And I love that. Yes, reflect. Good. Thank you. So let's keep going here. Let's talk about the common signs, and we said, yeah, we did that. Let's talk about some common causes of the avoidance. What causes us to do avoidance? What makes us avoid ourselves? Critical caregivers, growing up with parents who are emotional, absent, cold, or overly demanding. Did you have parents like that? That could be the reason why you're doing this. Think about who your parents were growing up. Think about that. Did what I just say ring a bell? Did it strike a chord? Because I said growing up with parents who are emotionally absent, cold, or overly demanding. Another common cause is learned unsafety, which means discovering early in life that asking for comfort leads to rejection or pain. You ever just walked up to somebody and told them you needed some type of love, hug, and they told you to go sit down, get away from them, or they don't do that? That could leave a spot right here in a memory here, which causes this, okay? Which causes you to avoid certain things and certain people because of that. Sometimes we hold dear and tight to the pain. But baby, forgiveness and letting go is possible. I didn't say forget. You learn from what happened to you so that you won't allow it to happen again. But you heal from it too, and you forgive. Forgiveness is for you. Don't worry about what somebody has to say. Okay, yeah, I'll give you forgiveness, or that forgiveness ain't for everybody. It's for you. You forgive them, you forgive you, and you move on with your life. But you don't forget. Okay, I ain't telling you to forget, because you're going to learn from it and become stronger from it. And you're going to have a testimony that you can tell to other people. So ain't nothing wrong with going through nothing, baby. What's wrong with it is if you don't get through it, if you don't heal through it, if you don't let it be your testimony to help other people on God's green earth. You are not what you've been through, but you are going to become something great because of it. That makes sense? I've been through so much. Go check out my book, Get Beat to Get Better. You're going to hear what I've been through. And the next time you see me on here smiling, you're going to say, wow, that's what healing looks like. That's what healing looks like. It looks like Coach Gwen. I love you. Let's keep going, guys, because it's getting late. I know you guys got to go to work in the morning. So let's try to wrap this up. So, yeah, survival mode, treating vulnerability as a threat to personal control and safety. That's another common cause. Now, let's take some steps toward healing, okay? First of all, I want you to notice that alarm. Recognize when shutting down is just an automatic defense reflex. When you feel yourself shut down just to protect yourself, you're going to feel yourself shut down just to protect yourself. You felt that before. I know you have. You're like, oh God, I'm not going to say nothing. Or I'm not going out no more. Or I'm not going to be speaking to anybody. I'm not answering my phone. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to. You feel that alarm. You feel it. Address that alarm. Don't let it just keep happening. Say, no, I'm going to face it. I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to stand in front of the people. I'm going to do what it takes to face this and get rid of it because this is a character flaw. And I deserve better. Okay? Another step towards healing is tolerating small vulnerabilities. Practice sharing minor feelings instead of holding all distress. And that's what I'm telling you. Start speaking up when you feel a certain way. You don't have to be loud and belligerent. You can just be kind. You can say, yeah, that hurt me. Or I'm not doing too well right now. You don't have to take it out on other people. That's not what I'm saying. But be strong. Speak up. You ain't got to hide how you feeling, baby. Another thing to help towards healing is build self-soothing, meaning learn to sit with heavy emotions rather than running away from them. Sit in it. Acknowledge it. Accept it. And then talk yourself into healing from it. And do the work. That's what I just said. And do the work. And the work looks like reading positive material, praying, talking to friends, talking to yourself, journaling, getting some help from a life coach like myself if you need one, going to therapy, talking to your minister, watching YouTube videos and shorts. Look at my shorts, by the way. That's going to help you a lot with things. So, yeah, do the work. Going for a walk. Listening to some music that's very positive, and check out my music here. Some of that might help you with some of this healing and some of these things that you're doing to grow. So check all of that out. Do any of that you need to. Start being intentional about what you feed your mind, because what you feed your mind sits on your heart, and what sits on your heart becomes an act of reality. It causes your actions to create your reality. So what you think in your mind's eye, what you speak from your mouth, what you feel in your heart, and the actions you take create who you're going to be tomorrow. Be intentional of that. Okay? Thank you so much. Latia just wrote Win-Win with Gwen Podcast. Thank you so much for mentioning that, Latia. And thank you guys for those hearts. And thank you guys for those likes. And thank you for being here. So look, you're not broken because you learned these patterns, but you are responsible for deciding whether you're going to keep repeating them. If any of this connected with you tonight, make the decision to stop repeating them. Make the decision to do the work, because you deserve so much. You do. And I don't know who told you that you weren't going to be a nothing, a nobody, or you didn't deserve things, but they lied. They lied. Okay? They lied. What you are doing or not doing that keeps you from becoming the person you say you want to be doesn't have to keep going on. Guys, I'm going to end this live. I love you guys. I'm going to see y'all here next week. Same time, same place, 7:30 right here on YouTube. Do the work. Take your time. Be patient with yourself. Start small in order to grow big. You've got this, because you're made in the likeness of your Creator. And don't believe the hype. Bye, guys. You're welcome, Latia. And thank you guys again for joining me. You all just don't know how much you make my day and my nights, because it is night. I love you too. Bye, guys. I hate hanging up. I hate letting go. Remember when you were in high school and you were in what we call love, first love and all that, and you'd be like, no, you hang up. And they'd be like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up. That's how I feel right now. I love you guys so much that I want to say, no, you hang up. And I hear you going, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. But I got to go, guys, because I know that this can't go on all night because you got to go to work. And I love you enough to let you go. And I also love me enough to know that I've got to do things tomorrow too. See how I'm putting myself first? That's what I'm telling you. Put yourself first, and then you'll have room to put other people next. So I'm going to put me first tonight and hang up. But I'm also hanging up this line because I love you and I know that you have something to do too. Bye, guys.